What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Now tonight's video I'm going to show you all my tanks and what stock I've got in all the tanks. So let's start with the 2,000 litre tank just behind us. So this is my 2,000 litre tank, as some of you may know. Let's start with the smallest fish I've got in this tank. So probably the smallest fish I've got in this tank are probably the clown loaches. They're not small fish, but they're the smallest fish I have in this tank. They're actually quite big. Some of them are as big as my hand, so as you can see there. I've got 10 clown loaches in this tank. They're all pretty chunky. They eat like crazy. I absolutely love them. They're probably top 5, one of my top 5 favourite fish. They do a great job at cleaning things up, and they're just really interactive, and I love it just how they all stay together. So yeah, it's a lovely fish to keep. So that's the smallest fish in the tank. What else? What's the next smallest fish? Probably the silver dollars, to be fair. I've got 5 or 6 silver dollars in this tank. They're great at cleaning up and stuff as well. They're just fantastic fish. They're good in having tanks with Arowanas, because it gives the Arowanas something else to look at instead of each other. So as you can see, some of my Arowanas have got a little bit of rip in their tail, not massively, not too bad, but it just takes their mind off other fish, the other Arowana, and yeah, really good fish to keep with all your monster fish. So what's next? Probably the datnoids. The datnoids are probably the smaller ones out of the other fish. So I've got a datnoid at the back there. Sorry about the glare, it's quite sunny out there today. And I've got a bigger datnoid which stays in the wood here. They're not showing their true colours today. Normally they show their true colours. They just seemed a bit stressed out today. I think I haven't actually fed them today as well, but they have got some stunning yellows and bits like that on them. So yeah, these are probably the next smallest fish. What else? What are we going on to next? So I've got some Plecos in this tank. I've got a L25 which is underneath the wood there. I've got a massive sailfin which is there, which I've had like 10 years now. And I've got a royal Pleco which is just there, which I rarely see. He's not actually that big. So they're my 3 Plecos I've got in this tank. I've got no other Plecos in this. I did have a massive bristle nose. It was huge bristle nose, the biggest bristle nose I've ever seen. And I haven't seen him for a while, so he might have actually got munched by this lot here. But that's some of the other fish I've got in this tank. What else we got? We've got the Oscars. That's the next fish. These are big old Oscars. Look, that's my hand against it. These are massive fish. I had, what's it called, hole in the head with these Oscars at some point, at one point, probably about a year and a half ago, something like that. Where's the other one? There's the other one here. So they've got all different markings. They're tiger Oscars, pretty standard to be fair. You can get these fish reasonably priced in shops. But yeah, I had hole in the head at some point. They have actually got some scarring from hole in the head. You can just about see it just on that Oscar there. It's not actually zooming in that well. But hole in the head's completely gone. I actually removed the carbon from all my filters, and yeah, completely cured it. So don't use carbon. You can see, look, they're really interactive fish, these as well. Really nice fish to keep. Let's get on to what we've got. Oh, we've got the bircher as well. So it's actually a good video to show the bircher because he's rarely out. So this is my bircher. It's a stunning fish. It's massive. It's really long. It's got no sort of girth to it yet, but it will sort of start filling itself out. He's about 2 years old now, so it's an absolutely lovely looking fish. So yeah, they're really good at feeding off the bottom stuff, birchers as well. So what we've done, we've covered all of them, covered the clown loaches. So let's get on to the Arowana. So these are my favourite fish of all time. I love my Arowanas. I've got an Asian Arowana here, which is a red tail golden. I think it's a female, and I'm pretty sure my silver's a male. So she is an absolute chunky beast. She eats like crazy, you know. So let me just put my hand up, I'll show you how big she is. She's really fat. She eats like prawns, mussels, scallops, loads of pellet food and stuff. So she's absolutely massive. It's the biggest Asian Arowana I've ever seen. I've been to a few of my mates got tanks. I've been to shops and stuff as well, and it's the biggest one I've ever seen. When I go out and see their ones are a lot smaller than this. But I think it's because she's in a tank on her own, like there's not another Asian in here. But yeah, it's a beautiful fish. It's definitely my favourite fish of all time. So that's the Asian. Now, obviously I've got my big silver here. I think it's a male, I'm pretty sure it's a male, because my mate Jamie's got a female, and the females tend to get bigger for some reason. So it's a male, it's got drop eye on one side. It's a big old fish, it's over 2 foot now. These doors here are sort of 2 foot, so when he sort of swims along here, I can sort of get a measurement from there. We'll have a look. You might actually be able to tell in a sec. See, you can sort of, once he's stretched out, he's about over 2 foot. So yeah, these are wicked fish. They need massive tanks though. But yeah, that's the stock on this tank. 2000 litre. I love this tank. It's like my show tank. I normally don't have it open like this. I've normally got this sofa here, but I've actually moved the sofa so you can actually see the tank, because it's quite hard to see with the sofa in a way, and it just gives you a sense of how deep the tank actually is. It's a massive, massive size tank. But let's go out into the fish room now. I'll stop going on about this tank and I'll show you some of the other tanks out there. Okay, we're in the fish room. Let's start with the smallest tank I've got. So the smallest tank in the fish room at the moment is this little all pond solution tank I've got here. I've got some Mbuna cichlids in it, African cichlids. I can't remember the type of them. I'm not massively clued up on them, but there's some stunning blues and bits like that in it. Obviously this is only a temporary tank at the moment. I'm still waiting on the tank to be built from ND, so they'll be going in there eventually. So yeah, they're really cool fish. They're really interactive. They take food and stuff out your hand. I'll feed them a little bit later on. What else? So that's the smallest tank. The next smallest tank is my Fluval Flex, which is, well, it's doing really well. Look at the Java moss and the Anubias and stuff. So I've got a red Japanese fighting fish in here, or betta, whatever you want to call it, Siamese fighter. So he is probably nearly 2 years old now. I've got 8 cherry barbs. So there's a few of them there. There's a big old fat one there, as you can see. And I've got 2, funny enough, in this tank here, I've got 2 albino bristlenose plecos. And now some people will say you shouldn't be keeping well, how do you keep plecos in like a planted tank like this? Do you know what? They do an absolute fantastic job of cleaning off all the algae and stuff off the plants. You know, they keep the leaves looking like that. So this tank's actually thriving ever since I've put them in it. I really love the look of this tank. And I'd like to actually do a big escape one day, and maybe the tank's sort of behind us. But yeah, that's the stock of this tank. It's a Fluval Flex 57 litre. I do love this tank. It's got the standard light as well, and the light's doing really well at growing all these plants. Obviously it won't grow some harder plants. Java moss and Anubias is quite an easy plant to grow. So that's that tank all done. So what's that, 57 litre? I'll show you this one in a sec. Let's get onto this one now. So this is my most overstocked tank I've got. It's a Aqua 145. I bought this tank, well, I paid 100 quid for this tank ages ago. It came with a filter and stuff like that, so I snapped it up on Facebook. It was just a lot of spare in the moment thing. I was sort of working down the road from the house where this tank was, found it while I was having my lunch break, and messaged the bloke that afternoon and went and picked it up. But anyway, what I've got in this tank, I've got, I think there's about 12 little clown roaches, as you can see here. I'm a massive fan of these, like I said earlier. Like I said, they do a wicked job at cleaning up, so the sand bed's all nice and clear. I've got some Corydoras in here. There's about 50 bristlenose plecos in here, albino bristlenose plecos. There is a cactus plec, is it a cactus plec? Can't remember now, underneath there, so you can't actually see them. There's so much glare in this room. There's a cactus plec underneath the wood there. I can't remember the L number of that one. We've got a random platy there. A random platy. I don't know what this fish is here. Some bloke gave me it ages ago and I just plocked it in the tank. It's doing fine. It looks like a, I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think it is. I've got some Congo Tetras. I've got rainbow fish in here. There's a baby one there. I've got some couple of nice males which are at the bottom there. You see the males, they're starting to get their yellow colour in now. I've got 2 female bettas in here. There's one in the Java moss there. She loves to stay in Java moss. She was in the tank with the male in a smaller tank about 6 months ago. They both actually were, they're both females, and yeah, they just kept fighting and fighting, so I've put them in here. Now they're doing absolutely fine. This one here I actually got from Pets at Home, and it's got one eye, but it's done fine. I'm not gonna obviously get rid of the fish because it's got one eye. I just, you know, she can outlive her life in this tank now. It's getting really good food, good water changes and bits like that. So what we've done, we cover the rainbow fish, Congo Tetras, I can't remember the other tetra name in here now. So Congo Tetras. Let me know what you guys think they are. I'm pretty sure these are the Congos, these ones here, and the blue sort of ones. Maybe the blue ones are Congos, but the other ones are something else tetra. I can't remember. Let me know what you think. Obviously, my background of fish is monster fish, and well, I kept lots of guppies and stuff when I was younger, and clown roaches. So I'm not massively clued up on all the tetras and bits like that yet. I'm still learning. So yeah, this is this tank, 145 litre, something like that. It's 150 litre. It's massively overstocked. Like I said, I'm still waiting on the tanks from ND Aquatics. But it's a cool looking tank, and that's basically the stock in that tank. So let's go on to this tank now, which is 1,000 litres. This tank is a massive setup, you know, it's huge. I haven't got a lot going on in this tank at the moment because I'm actually picking up some serious fish, not this Saturday coming, the Saturday after, so they will be going in here. And do you know what, I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely mad. I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to tell you, so you're going to have to wait for that, but it's going to be absolutely epic. I've got a African cichlid in there. I think it's a Corydoras, I'm pretty sure. Some of you commented on the video when I set this tank up, so yeah, he's doing absolutely fine in here. Obviously I'll be moving him because yeah, there's some big boy stuff coming in here, and I don't want him going getting sort of munched. And I've got a Southern Pleco in here as well, which is doing a fantastic job at cleaning up, you know, and he's doing a really good job at cycling this tank. They both actually are. So, but he's actually going to stay in here. This is his forever home now. I'm not going to move him. It's a perfect size tank for him. You know, it's 1,000 litres, 6.5 foot. So yeah, really nice. Really nice to keep these fish in here, because you do see a lot of these fish getting sort of abused in fish shops. You know, a lot of people buy them this sort of size, thinking, oh yeah, it's never going to get that big. And you know what? A year, 2 years later, it's the size of this, and yeah, they don't know what to do with them. They end up flushing down the toilet or take them to the local river. So yeah, it's really nice to keep him in here. You know, sort of. I didn't rescue him. My mate gave me him, but yeah, you do see a lot of these getting abused in shops. So he's spending the rest of his life in this tank here. Anyway, let's get on to this tank here. So this is my most, well, my most colourful tank, I think. I absolutely love this tank. I really do want to put it in my house one day, but obviously, I've said in my last video, I haven't got the room for it. But stock in here, we've got about 2 million guppies. So I've got a load of males and females and all sorts of bits going there. And there's loads of babies at the back, keep coming out all the time. There's actually a female there. I think she's actually giving birth. What's she doing? Camera won't focus, but she's looking a little bit stressed out, so she might be giving birth. So yeah, we've got loads of guppies. We've got 50 Cardinal Tetras in here. As you can see, there's 50 of them in there. There's loads of them. I've got these from Lee Valley Aquatics. They're stunning fish. I love it when they all show together. They're sort of getting a bit more tame now. So when I first got them, I never saw them. I thought, oh shit, they've all got them. You know, they've jumped out or whatever. But yeah, they're sort of coming out now, showing their colours and bits. Yeah, they're doing really well. I love the actual colour of them. I want to do like a show of 200 really in one tank one day. And I've got some black rams at the back there. So there's 2 black rams. I don't know what's going on in the camera at the moment, but it's not actually focusing that well. But yeah, there's 2 black rams at the back there. They're stunning fish. They've got some beautiful colours on them. You can see the blue on that one at the back there. So yeah, 2 black rams. What else have we got in here? We've got what else? There's 3 bristlenose plecos in here, normal ones, just common bristlenose. There's 2 green phantom plecos. I would like to show you them, but they're not going to be out, they're going to be hiding. And I've got a blue phantom pleco in here as well. But what else? We had a cichlid, some sort of cichlid in there. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, we've got some Corydoras as well. There's some Corydoras just at the back there. These are salt and pepper Corydoras. Ah, I remember now. The checkerboard cichlids. So we've got 2 checkerboard cichlids in here somewhere. Let's just have a little quick look, see if we can find them. Where are they? Well, I come out here earlier and I did do a little bit of feed, and they were in here, so maybe they're a bit spooked by the camera. But anyway, yeah, I've got 2 checkerboard cichlids in there. It's a shame I can't really show you them because they've got some, oh, there's one of them there. See, just at the bottom there, that's a checkerboard cichlid, that is. So there's 2 of them in here. I don't know how big they get. I've never kept them before, but they seem to be doing really well with all the guppies and bits like that. They haven't shown any aggression yet, because you know, you normally hear the cichlid name, you think, oh no, it's going to be an aggressive fish. But they're doing really well, doing fine. There's no worries yet of any attacking any other fish. But that's this tank. It's about 300 litres. This 280, something like that. It's an absolute stunning tank. ND built this one for me as well. You know, it's a bit of an odd size. Bit of an odd shape, but yeah, it's a wicked tank. You know, I sort of call it the river tank. But that's it, that's all my fish stock at the moment. like I keep saying, I've got some mad stuff coming for this tank. You guys are gonna go mad for it. There's some serious bits coming, and also I'm contemplating putting a couple of them in the monster tank as well, and maybe moving the Oscars, but I need to have a good think about that. But that's not until next weekend anyway, so it's not this Saturday, it'll be the Saturday after. But anyway, thanks for watching the video as always. Like and subscribe my channel, ding notification bell, and keep it real everyone.